Hi students, this is A. Mandari Kumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss a topic called types of crossing over. Types of crossing over can be classified into three types based on the formation of chiasmata during crossing over. And the types are single crossover and double crossover and finally multiple crossover. Before we get into my explanation, I would like to give some important hints about this diagram. Actually, it is a pair of paternal chromosome and it is a pair of maternal chromosome. I have placed the chromosome horizontally for our convenience to explain the types of crossing over one by one. So, the paternal chromosome and maternal chromosome contains chromatids and centromeres in it. Then let me explain the types of crossing over one by one. So the first diagram shows there is no possibility of crossing over due to the absence of chiasmata formation, and all the gametes shows the parental combination. So the recombination frequency of no crossover is about 0 due to the absence of crossing over and chiasmata formation also absent. Then the first type called single crossover. In this type, only one chiasmata is formed. Only one chiasmata is formed. Here you can find X or a cross-like structure where the breaking and rejoining of non-sister chromatids takes place, results in the exchanges of genetic material. So as a result of single crossover, we can find two recombinants in gametes. Among the four gametes, we can find two recombinant gametes. So the recombinant frequency of single crossover is about 50%. The remaining two of them shows the parental combination. Then the next type is called double crossover. The formation of chiasmata takes place in two or three or all four strands. So these are all types of double crossover. 2-strand double crossover, 3-strand double crossover, 4-strand double crossover. Let me give you first the definition of double crossover and multiple crossover. After that, I am going to explain these types of double crossover. The double crossover means actually in this type, two chiasmata are formed along the entire chromosome, leads to the breakage and joining of chromatids at 2 points. So formation of two chromatid takes place along the entire chromosome, leading to breakage and joining at 2 points of the chromatids. And the gametes produced by the double crossover is called as double crossover gametes. Then the final type is multiple crossover. In this type, the chiasmata are formed more than 2, and thus the crossing over occur at more than 2 points at the same chromosome, results in the extremely low recombination frequency, because the crossing over occurs at more than 2 points on the same chromatids. As a result, recombination frequency is extremely low and it is a rare phenomenon. Then I am going to explain the types of double crossover. So 2-strand double crossover. In this double crossover, 2 strands are going to involve and formation of 2 chiasmata takes place, and it shows the recombinance 0. It shows the recombination frequency 0. The reason is the crossing over, the 2 crossing over occurs at the same 2 chromatids, two chromatids. I repeat that statement. The two crossing over occurs at the same two chromatids. That is why it is not able to produce recombinants. It is not able to produce recombinants. Here you can find small a, small b, capital A, capital B. So the recombination frequency of two-strand double crossover is about 0%. Then three-strand crossover. Here three strands are involved in this double crossover and formation of two chiasmata takes place. As a result, two recombinants are formed rather than three recombinants. You can find two identical set of chromatids. You can find two identical set of chromatids. The reason is when the newly formed chromatids, when the newly formed recombinant chromatids crossing over with non-recombinant chromatids results in the formation of two recombinants instead of three recombinants. Once again I repeat that statement. Here it has to produce three recombinants, but it produces only two. The reason is when the newly formed recombinant chromatid is crossing over with non-recombinant chromatids. That is why it produces two recombinants. Then four-strand double crossover. In this type, all the four strands are going to involve in this crossing over and two chiasmata are going to form. As a result, the recombination frequency is about 100% because it can produce four recombinant gametes. As a result, it can produce 4 by 4 into 100 is equal to 100%. So in the case of four-strand double crossover, it can produce recombination at about 100%. So that's all about the types of crossing over. Then I am going to explain the factors which affecting the crossing over. So please wait a minute. Here I have written some of the factors which affect crossing over. They are sex, mutation, inversion, temperature, X-ray effect, age, nutrition and distance. Let me explain the factors one by one. Sex. In male Drosophila, crossing over is completely absent, while in the case of female, it shows high rate of crossing over. Then mutation. Cowan first discovered that mutation reduces the crossing over in all the chromosome of Drosophila. Cowan first discovered that mutation reduces the crossing over in all the chromosome of Drosophila. Then the third one is inversion. Actually, inversion is an example of intrachromosomal aberration. Inversion of chromosome suppresses the crossing over. Inversion of chromosome suppresses the crossing over. Then temperature. Plough have experimentally proved that when Drosophila is subjected to high and low temperature variation, the percentage of crossing over rate is increased in the chromosome. So temperature also plays a major role in crossing over. Then the X-ray effect. Muller have demonstrated that X-ray irradiation increases the crossing over rate near the centromere. Then the age. Bridges demonstrated that age also influences the rate of crossing over. when the case of old female, the crossing over rate is increased. In the case of old age female Drosophila, the crossing over rate is increased. Then the seventh one is nutrition. So high calcium diet in young Drosophila shows the reduction of crossing over, whereas the diet with deficiency of metallic ions shows the increase in crossing over. And the final point is distance. So the distance between two genes determines the frequency of crossing over. So that's all about the factors which affecting the crossing over. Then finally I am going to explain the importance of crossing over. Let me explain the importance of crossing over. The exchange of segments leads to new gene combination which plays an important role in evolution and adaptation. During crossing over, the exchanges of genetic material between non-sister chromatids takes place. So due to the crossing over, the new recombinants are developed. Then the new recombinants can play important role in evolution, and they can survive in any kind of environment. So they can adapt to any kind of environment. Then the second point is study of crossing over reveals that the genes are arranged linearly on the chromosome. So this is a chromosome which contains genes and they are arranged linearly. Then the third point, genetic maps are made based on the frequency of crossing over between distance between the two genes. So genetic maps are made based on the frequency of distance between the two genes. So crossing over plays a major role in the development of genetic or construction of genetic map. Then crossing over helps to understand the nature and mechanism of gene action. So crossing over helps to identify the expression of new genes. Then the fifth point, if a useful new combination is formed, it can be used in plant breeding. So it will helpful to the plant breeders. So that's all about today's video. If you have any doubt, please clarify with me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.